नमस्कार, म सुनिल। तपाईहरु सबैलाई स्वागत छ यो गफ कार्यक्रममा। अब धेरै दिन म ग्याप पनि भएँ। म यही कार्यक्रमको लागि दौडिरहेको थिएँ हैन। अनि यसले धेरै समय खायो। मैले सोचेको भन्दा पनि बढी भयो हैन। ठिकै छ। अब गफ कार्यक्रम भनेको के हो? पहिला यसको बारेमा अलिकति राम्रो छोटो जानकारी दिउँ। अब गफ कार्यक्रम भनेको यहाँ हामी कुरा गरिन्छ हैन। म विदेशी कलाकारहरू लिएर आउँछु। यहाँ विभिन्न कलाकारहरू हुनुहुन्छ हैन। मेरो चिन्जानमा उहाँलाई बोलाउँछु। म बोलाएर उहाँसँग कुराकानी हुन्छ र यसरी हामी गफ गरिन्छ दुईजनामा। र गफ गर्दा यही सङ्गीतको बारेमा हुन्छ। कोही गिटार बजाउनुहुन्छ, कोही बेस बजाउनुहुन्छ, इत्यादि कलाकारहरूलाई बोलाउने मेरो उद्देश्य छ। र यसको उद्देश्य चाहिँ त्यो यसबाट के फाइदा हुन्छ भन्नाले अब विदेशको कलाकारहरूको टेक्निकहरू हुन्छ, उनीहरूले गर्ने तरिका हुन्छ हैन। त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ नेपाली भित्राउने काम म गर्दैछु। र यसले चाहिँ हामीलाई नेपालमा बसेको आर्टिस्टहरू हुन्छ हैन, कलाकारहरू हुनुहुन्छ अथवा गिटार प्रेमी, सङ्गीत प्रेमीहरूलाई पनि धेरै फाइदा हुन्छ। यो फाइदा हुने हिसाबले नै मैले यो गफको कार्यक्रम सञ्चालन गरेको। र यो गफ कार्यक्रम महिनामा एउटा अथवा महिना दुईटा आउन सक्छ, किनभने यो समय मिलाउन गाह्रो हुन्छ, कलाकारहरू बिजी हुन्छ हैन। अब आजको फर्स्ट भागमा मैले शार्लीलाई बोलाएको छु। शार्ली सोलो उहाँको पुरा एड्रेस पनि तपाईँलाई मैले तल दिइसकेको छु। इन्स्टाग्राम सबै हेर्नुहोस्, उहाँको भिडियोहरू हेर्नुहोस् हैन। उहाँलाई मैले भेट्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै मलाई यो मान्छेले बजाउँदाखेरि नै कताको सोलो बजाउँछ के, त्यो लेभलको सोलो नै होइन कि हाम्रो। म त सुनिरहन्छु नि, म युट्युबमा हेर्छु अनि यो फेसबुकमा पनि नेपाली भाइहरूले सोलो बजाउँछ नि होइन। थुप्रै मान्छेले बजाउँछ, सोलोहरू बजाउँछ। अब नेपालमा त सोलो बजाउनु पनि त्यो सितार जस्तो बजाउँछ कि सोलो है, अलिकति भन्दाखेरि त्यही गरेर हान्छ। त्यो होइन नि सोलो भनेको त। सोलो भनेको मिठास हिँडाउनु पऱ्यो नि, त्यो मेलोडी ल्याउनु पऱ्यो, मेलोडी हुनु पऱ्यो, त्यहाँ एउटा टेक्निकहरू हुनु पऱ्यो, टाइमिङको टेक्निक होस्, गिटारको टेक्निक हो, यो खालको टेक्निकहरू हुनु पऱ्यो कि त्यो छैन कि। अनि अब उसको सुन्दाखेरि सोलो अर्कै खालको सोलो बजाएको उसले। अनि म कहाँबाट अनि उसँग कुरा गर्दै गएर हामी चाहिँ एकदम क्लोज फ्रेन्ड पनि भयो। त धेरै म्युजिकमा कुराहरू गऱ्यौँ अनि नेपालको बारेमा पनि जानकारी दिएँ मैले त गरेँ। त्यसपछि चाहिँ अनि उसको सोलो सुन्दाखेरि चाहिँ बजाउने तरिका, बजाउने औँला हाल्ने त्यो चाड र औँला फिङ्गरको पोजिसनहरू अनि फिङ्गरको मिठासहरू र टेक्निकहरू त कति धेरै फरक रहेछ भन्ने कुरा पाएँ। अनि यसबाट के प्रष्टि भयो भने पढेर बजाउने र नपढेर बजाउनेमा धेरै फरक हुँदो रहेछ है। कोही राम्रो पनि बजाउँछ, तर नपढिकन बजाउँदाखेरिको टेक्निकै मिल्दैन क्या, त्यो पुग्दैन क्या त्यो। अब उसले पढेर उसले चाहिँ डिग्री के भन्छ पढेर चाहिँ म्युजिक पढेर चाहिँ उसको सोलो सुन्दाखेरि चाहिँ आकाश जमिनको फरक पाएँ मैले। अनि फेरि उसको उसले गिटार लिएर बजाउनु सुरु गरेपछि उसलाई एउटा खालको देउता जस्तो आउँछ क्या। अनि त्यसले बजाएको हेर्दै नै मजा आउँछ कि यो मान्छेको। अनि त्यसको कारणले मैले उसलाई फर्स्ट चाहिँ बोलाएको छु र आशा छ तपाईँहरू सबैलाई मनपर्छ होला। अनि उहाँको पेजहरू राखिदिएको छु, तपाईँहरू उहाँले फलो गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। त्यो मेसेज चाहिँ नपठाउनु है, मेसेज चाहिँ नपठाउनुहोस्, किन भन्नाले त्यो धेरै मेसेज आउँछ उसलाई अनि जवाब दिन भ्याउँदैन आउँदा है, त्यो गाह्रो हुन्छ उसलाई। अनि त्यस कारणले मेसेजहरू चाहिँ पठाएर चाहिँ डिस्टर्ब चाहिँ नगरिदिनुहोस् होइन। फेसबुक पनि दिन्छु तपाईँलाई, म इन्स्टाग्राम पनि दिन्छु, तर कमेन्टहरू गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, लाइकहरू गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ अनि यो युट्युबमा पनि भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ चाहिने कुराहरू होइन। अनि म अरू कलाकारहरूलाई पनि बोलाउने मैले विचार गरेको छु र मलाई समय धेरै लाग्ने हुन्छ, यसको लागि म काम गर्दैछु है त। ल अब हामी प्रोग्रामतिर जाउँ, साडीलाई बोलाउँ। So here is my friend Charlie. Welcome Charlie to my channel, and I'm very appreciate that he give us a lot of time to be on with you, and he's gonna teach you or he's gonna say something about the guitar and his own life, because he's a musician, statue musician in Paris since long times, and I know him since a couple of years. So let's talk about the guitar. So where did you learn the guitar, Charlie, by the way?
Well, at first, a friend of mine taught me how to read the tabs, and that helped me a lot because I could play on my own and learn on my own. But after some time, I needed guidance, I needed advices. So I came to see a guitar teacher who taught me for 2 years. But then I wanted to learn more. I was so happy to learn music that I wanted to make a living to make my life out of it, to sustain myself with music. So I had an audition to enter into the American School of Modern Music in Paris. It was pretty hard time for me because I had a low level, so I had to level up, and I started to learn theory, what we call harmony, science of chords, how it's built. Also, I learned about solfeggio, reading, writing music, arranging music. Well, I had all the music theory there, and I started to learn a lot.
So my second question is, I want to know. I mean, we like to know how many years you've been playing guitar.
I have been playing music, guitar, and not only guitar, since 20 years. And I have played as a professional musician,
Yeah.
and really make a living out of it since at now 11 or
11 years? Okay.
12 years.
11 or 12. Okay. So which guitar do you prefer, acoustic guitar or electric guitar?
It is a tricky question because I love acoustic because of its sound. It's natural. It is smooth. You can play outside. You can take it with you. It's a companion. It's a companion. At electric guitar, you can play it at night. You don't have to plug it, so it's very quiet when you don't put it on an amp. And so I have been practicing a lot on electrics because it was less noisy sometimes. Also, acoustic guitar is a little harder to play sometimes. So it's nice to practice acoustic guitar and then going back to practicing electric guitar, because you would feel more comfortable because it's a little easier to play electric, and also with the electric, because the strings are very thin, it helps a lot to practice the right hand and to be smooth and supple with. So I would say it's nice to alternate, sometimes acoustic, sometimes electric, unless you have one preference.
Well, thank you, Charlie, for all the answer. And I have one question that I would like to ask you. What suggestion you would give to all guitarists of Nepal who is watching still and is still learning, and they would like to know some suggestion from your great guitarist. He's one of the best guitarists in Paris, so let's take some suggestion from him.
Thank you, Sunil. So, what could I suggest to you? There are many things, but I'm gonna speak to beginners, intermediate, and the highest level of you. At first, for beginners, the first advice is always use a metronome. Because when you always use a metronome, you improve your tempo and you can fix the right hand. Can I show you? So now I'm gonna give you advices and guitar tips for you to practice better. First thing, I'm gonna talk to the beginners and also all of you. My first advice is always use a metronome. Let me show you why. Here we are now at 61 tempo, okay? And like you can see, I use up and down right hand strike. So see, my right hand always move and is always connected to the tempo, and from this perpetual movement I'm gonna choose the reason I want to create. now, here is my second tip, second advice. All these advices can be for all of you, but I'm gonna address especially to intermediate level. Let me show you again with the metronome that is now our friend at 61. So now we know that this hand has to move and never stop moving accordingly to the tempo. That was our first trick. So now I'm gonna also do it for soloing. What did I do? I just played slow, and this is a big advice in music. Your brain know it can go fast, but for your body, your muscles and your brain to learn, it takes time. So when you go slow, your body is taking all the information you gave it, and you learn faster being slow. And now our third advice for the most advanced of you. I'm gonna use again the metronome, and I'm gonna use it at 90. Ready? So, it's for those of you that improvise, okay? We know that this is gonna be stuck to the tempo. It means that 1, 2, 3, 4. I choose 1, and that's freedom. I choose when I want to hit the string. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and see? I don't have to hit it on the first time. So, what makes you able when you improvise to create new rhythm? Here is a big secret. I'm gonna take 4 notes and we're gonna say that we are in A. Okay? So here is for the tone, for the tonality. And now I'm going to take G, 4, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and go 1, 2, 3, 4 1, 2, 3, 4 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Did you hear that? What happened is I've been creating a dialogue. Ta-ba, ta-ba is a question. Ta-ba-ba-ba is an answer. If you use very small amount of notes, 4 notes, and you play them at the beginning of the bar every time, you're gonna get used to have one bar answering to the other. That's not all, and that's when it gets beautiful. Those 4 notes, you're gonna take them all the way across the bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. And so I'm gonna slide them every time I can do it. I slide them a little. So 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and. Next one will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? This is to allow you to create with a small amount of notes your own phrases. You can also, through this, have a lot of repetition. Like here, I play this note twice among those 4 notes. It helps the mind to focus on what's important. Don't hesitate to repeat the note. And always keep on the rhythm. That is gonna create in your improvisation some new things. Why? Because usually we start on 1 and then we finish the phrase on 1. So it goes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And we all do play the things. But now, with these very exercises, my sentence, my phrase, doesn't have to start on the first time of the bar. And it doesn't have to resolve on the first time of the bar. So now, I'm free from the bar. And that's what I wanted to give to you. Je revois la ville en fête en délire, suffocant sous le soleil et sous la joie. Et j'entends dans la musique les cris, les rires qui éclatent et retentissent autour de moi. Éperdu parmi ces gens qui me bousculent, étourdi, désemparé, je reste là. Quand soudain je me retourne, elle se recule, et la foule vient la jeter entre mes bras. Emporté par la foule qui nous traîne, nous entraîne, écrasés l'un contre l'autre, on n'en informe aucun seul corps. Et le feu sans effort nous pousse enchaîner l'un à l'autre, et nous laisse tous deux épanouis, enivrés et heureux. Emporté par la foule qui s'élance et qui danse, une folle farandole, nos deux mains restent soudées. Et nos bras soulevés, nos deux corps enlacés s'envolent, et retombent tous deux épanouis, enivrés et heureux.